ice cream. America's pastime. Rich, creamy, and delicious. But we're not here to talk about any old ice cream. We're here to talk about the ice cream your body makes when you poop right. We're here to talk about the magical power of the Squatty Potty.
My name is Adam Voss. I'm a traveler, an entertainer, and I'm a marketing geek on the hunt for cool brands. I've got less than 12 minutes to tell you about their story. This is 12 for 12.
This is the story of a family. A son's desire to help his mother, a mother's resolve to share what she learned with the world, and a father's commitment to make it happen. All in the service of pooping. The Edwards family of St. George, Utah are entrepreneurs, inventors of the Squatty Potty toilet seat, and all-around great people. Their goal is to change the way the world poops, one stool at a time.
We were one of those families that weren't afraid to talk about bodily functions. It was just kind of like what we did.
So what was the catalyst? Your mom was constipated?
She was constipated, like chronic constipation. So, she's 63 at the time. She has 7 kids.
I've had issues my whole life with constipation. Nothing serious, just my problems got worse.
I didn't even know she pooped. I didn't know girls poop.
Yeah.
I thought that was just a guy thing,
Yes, in fact, you found out more than your share.
So I went to a colon hydrotherapist, and she's the one, she said, now in the bathroom is a stool. Make sure you use it, because if you have your knees above your waist, it really helps with elimination. And I'm like, what?
Wow, so
I've never heard that. That was the
that.
first moment I had heard that concept.
It's important to understand the anatomy of our pelvic floor, which helps us with evacuating stool. The angle between the rectum and the anus at resting position is 90 degrees. When we squat, we open up that angle to allow stool to pass to evacuate our stools.
All these bells started ringing, like, why do we not know this? So I immediately got online and looked up toilet stool because I wanted to get one. There's nothing online.
We were at dinner. My mom and dad were talking about this pooping stool that she'd been using. She went and grabbed some paint cans and a phone book, and we kind of stacked them up so we could get the right width and the right height. And she was like, this is perfect. So then I measured the width, the height, came up with that kind of horseshoe-shaped design, took it to my CAD, drew it out, and had my friend who had a CNC machine cut it. I painted it white and screwed it together and just said, here you go, Mom. There was nothing available at that time, anywhere. So we created it.
So your mom said, we need to make more.
Yeah, the big breakthrough came when she wanted to give them away as Christmas gifts.
I give them out at Christmas time to my kids and a few friends and his sister and people we knew that we dared give them to. 2 weeks later, we started getting phone calls. This is awesome. We knew it was probably something that a lot of people suffer from, and it would really help a lot of people.
The studies have shown that up to 30% of people have constipation, so it's a very common problem.
And then we got the idea to make it a business.
What were you calling it back then?
The shit shelf or the poop stoop.
The shit shelf is pretty great.
During this development, my mom went on a visit to China, and she was there with a tour guide, right? There's like 65 Americans and one tour guide, and the tour guide's like, we're gonna go do a bathroom break. You can use the Western toilet, or you can use the Squatty Potty. And the Squatty Potty was a hole in the ground. And she sent me a text right away. She goes, the tour guide just called this a Squatty Potty. I love it. It was perfect.
Squatty Potty, that's really catchy and cute, and it's a name you dare say. It's a name the kids will love.
Introducing the Squatty Potty.
We're here to change the way people poop one stool at a time. That became like our mission. So I basically said, we need to make 100 Squatty Potties, and I'm gonna send them to anyone. And then word of mouth, and that kind of grew, and then we got other influencers talking about it.
And these are still just wood and they're $100, $105.
Went to the plastic in 2012, about a year and a half after we were in business, is when we went to China. We had a mold made. We had the mold shipped back to the United States, though, so everything's still made here.
Knowing that 2/3 of the world squats to poop, I felt like it was finally time to see what I was missing.
There are specific instructions to using this Squatty Potty.
Okay.
If you look in the Daily Deuce. So anatomically, we're designed to squat to poop, but also internally, things happen when you squat to make pooping easier.
Elevate your feet.
Pull out the Squatty Potty.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You want to mimic a natural squat as
Almost
much.
like a cave person.
Yeah, you are. That's hello. What did cavemen do? They didn't
squatted.
They squatted to poop. Actually, most of the world still squats to poop.
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, you're like, you want to get in, get out. I think that's the #1 complaint on Amazon is that people's privacy time and Facebooking has gone way down.
The stars were aligning for Squatty Potty, but the big push, so to speak, came when the media started to take notice.
A producer from Dr. Oz contacted us and said, we want to put the Squatty Potty on the show.
The phone rang, and I happened to pick it up, and she says, "Hi." She says, "My name's Fiona Wozniak. I'm with the Dr. Oz show." And if you knew Bobby and all of our kids,
Pranksters.
they do prank calls all the time. And says, "Yeah, right. And I'm Barack Obama." She went silent. And says, "No, really, I am with the Dr. Oz show." They wanted a stool in New York. This was like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's on Dr. Oz, and he talks about the concept. It was great, like 5 minutes of television. And he brings out this like meter, and it's like, does it work or doesn't it? And he goes, it works. We were all watching it at home, and we were just like, oh, yes. Of course, that like took us to the next level. And then we got a mention on the Howard Stern show.
Howard Stern. Oops.
Do you know what it's like to experience, Robin, perfect toilet posture? Well, I know you do because you're a Squatty Potty fan, and so am I. And I now own 3 Squatty Potties. It's part of my regular bathroom routine.
That year that Howard Stern started talking about us, we did $6 million.
Wow. And Shark Tank approaches you. How does that happen?
We applied, and like literally 2 weeks later, I got a call from a producer said, "Oh, my roommate has one of these."
How was that experience with your mom and you really going for that big pitch talking about your brand?
I think we will be bonded for life over that Shark Tank experience. It was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life, and I've jumped off crazy cliffs and done crazy stuff. At the time, it seemed like the most important thing ever, because you have this product that is doing quite well. You don't really need to go on Shark Tank, and I feel like they could destroy us, like destroy our credibility, because they're not nice, right? That's their thing.
There's something about you that I'm not believing.
We didn't get the deal I wanted. It was half the valuation. I come off stage and I'm like huffing and puffing. And my mom's like, she's grabbing me. And I'm like, oh.
So you went with Lori. She got you into Bed Bath & Beyond.
We achieved our goal of getting retail distribution by going on Shark Tank, and Lori definitely had a hand in that. Honestly, the first 48 hours after Shark Tank, we sold almost $2 million in product. And then, of course, the next year, we released this unicorn video.
You reached out to the Harmon brothers, this production company.
We had seen their work and thought they were brilliant. And with our kind of product, we felt like they had enough humor.
We went to this retreat, and they actually presented us 3 ideas. And then,
I said, unicorn? Really?
And then the writer stood up, and I was actually filming him, and I couldn't film him, but I was laughing so hard.
Creamy poop of a mystic unicorn. Totally clean, totally cool, and soft served straight from a sphincter.
This ridiculous video not only established the brand, it deftly articulated the need for the Squatty Potty in a comedic way that lifted the taboo of talking about your poo.
Sitting at this angle can cause hemorrhoids, bloating, constipation, and a buttload of other crap. But what happens when you go from a sit to a squat? Kink, unkink. Kink, unkink.
It connected because it was so kind of campy and weird.
I scream, you scream, and plop, plop, baby.
I mean, it's got almost 500 million views now, but we got the Webby Award, so it was incredibly successful.
We have done now 3 unicorn videos. So our first video was focused on the unicorn and the ice cream, introducing the Squatty Potty. The second video introduced our toilet spray, Unicorn Gold.
Ever wonder what's at the end of a rainbow? A unicorn's butt.
Real gold.
Real gold flecks in there. It captures that stink and keeps it in.
And the third?
And then the third we did it's kind of like our mythical creature. We, again, reintroduced the Squatty Potty. Same stool we've always been using, but we had a merman, we had a centaur, we had a dragon that poops gold.
So very serious branding.
When you're a company that can make fun of yourself, make fun of the thing you do, which is pooping, when you can relate to people in a joking way that doesn't always have to be so serious, it opens up so much more because people can relate to you.
Yeah.
Today, we're with Bobby Edwards, the founder of Squatty Potty, one of them, on the Vegas Strip to find out how people are pooping.
Welcome to Vegas, fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
What is your project?
Have you ever heard of the Squatty Potty? You know, the pooping
I'm
stool?
a grandpap, so I haven't had kids for a long time.
No, it's for everyone. In fact, you know Elvis died on the toilet?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you know why? He was straining to poop. This is the Squatty Potty.
Okay.
So you don't poop on this.
I got a squat. Hey, I'm all clogged up. Hey, yeah.
I'm all clogged up. Let's find out what people know or don't know. Has anybody heard of Squatty Potty or want to have a really good poop?
Anyone.
So how did you guys first come to find out about Squatty Potty?
Well, we saw it on Shark Tank. Then our Bed Bath & Beyond was carrying it, so we bought one from them.
And did you notice a difference the first time you tried it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works. I mean, it's simple, but it does what it's supposed to do.
Does anyone want some ice cream? Have you guys ever tried one?
I have not.
What's the right way to use the Squatty Potty, Bobby?
Sit, elevate, eliminate.
Nice. It's a process.
What we've learned today so far that though not everybody knows what Squatty Potty is, those that do are pretty fanatical about it.
Yeah, people have tried it, like it, and they like to talk about it. You saw how like, oh, we weren't afraid to tell our friends about it. They already knew what it was because they have one too.
Say ice cream, ice cream.
What's been the most exciting part of this journey for you?
You know, honestly, the most exciting part was seeing my mom retire and to see her and my dad in this place in life. That's been the most incredible thing.
With Squatty Potty, pooping will never be the same, and neither will ice cream.
With Squatty Potty, I no longer sit for 2 hours. I sit for 2 minutes. With Squatty Potty, my hemorrhoids have gone away, and so have my friends. With Squatty Potty, I no longer have an earlobe inside my anus. With Squatty Potty, my anus is clean again. With Squatty Potty, my friends call me Prince Poop-A-Lot.